Bro, I suck at sleeping now.
What do you mean?
I just can't sleep.
What time did you go to bed? I saw you message me at like 3 in the morning.
I wasn't 3. I messaged you like at 1. But yesterday,
Well, it's 3 o'clock somewhere. So
the day before yesterday, I went to sleep like at 4, and then today, it felt like 4 as well, but I just kept tossing and turning. And then everybody got up to go to work. And then Ivy was being a turd. Had to throw her out the room a couple of times, so it just felt like I didn't get any sleep. Not a good time.
yeah, my sleep sucks. Like I'll go through random cycles of good sleep, sleeping on time, or I guess normal time. But for the most part, I stay up late as fuck. Like I was awake when your message came through.
Oh, you just didn't want to respond.
I didn't want to get up.
Get up.
Yeah, because my phone was charging on my desk.
Oh,
So I heard a message come through, but I was like, I don't fucking. I was like, if someone's dying, I'll hear it ring. So, other than that, it's probably nothing important.
I got the best sleep probably after like 9:30. After I stopped replying on the group chat.
The high school reunion group chat
Yeah.
for the planning committee, which is not even really a committee, which we really need to strike that name.
I didn't come up with it.
Who did?
I don't know.
Or did we just take that over from somebody?
I think Peter made the chat. Blame him.
It's great because I know he's not going to watch this episode. So. Was that you? Were you like testing them? By the way, I saw that you mentioned something about the podcast on that group chat, or you made like a reference to it.
Oh, yeah. To the spike glove.
Yeah, the spiky glove. Yeah, I was like, I feel like this is a test to see if anybody listened to the episode.
Yeah. They probably didn't. Nobody
That's fine.
does. We probably have like 3 viewers.
Yeah, it's fine.
We're 2 of them.
It's okay. It's we have three listeners and we're one of them.
There are some good parts in there, but it's just like, damn, people probably aren't going to
Yeah, they're not gonna sit and wait to
stick
get to
around
this
long
point.
enough to get to the good shit.
Yeah. Welcome back to Two Vets, Two Mics.
Again.
Again. This is
Yeah.
episode 4.
We're talking to you, one viewer, whoever you are.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Steve. No, wait, we know it's Steve. Shit. Not the Steve that we know. Different Steve.
If I'm looking at you right now, we're talking about you.
Bitch. Not bitch. Sorry. Actually, you listen to it, so not you.
Yeah.
But your friends that don't listen? Bitches.
Well, then you're equally as much to blame for not making them watch.
Because you're not fucking peddling our shit to your friends. Bitches. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
I just got to go back to
Fine.
cutting grass, I guess.
Yeah, I guess I just go back to playing video games.
Badly.
Badly. Yeah. I'm wearing my Bad Gamer hat. I couldn't find my other one.
Sometimes you'll hear a toddler scream in the background.
Sometimes you'll hear about killing whales. Other times you'll hear about eating dogs.
Sometimes you'll grab monkeys' testicles to stay alive.
Yeah. Or slap a chicken. Wait, what are we doing right now? It's like the weirdest promo.
Dude, I heard they jumped Tekashi.
I saw that. Was it like 2 guys or something? Jumped him at like a Walmart?
I don't know. I just like saw it and I was like,
I was like, isn't he the guy that snitched on like a bunch of people?
Also, we probably should have looked up what kind of would you rather we would say.
Just do the military ones. Did you ever do them in the military? We did
Yeah.
them all the time.
Just can't remember.
We also did like the how much for.
Those are dangerous.
Those are very
Because I can put a price on basically anything.
Yeah. So all right, how much would somebody have to? I want to hold you to it for this
If it
question.
involves dicks, it's free.
How much money would somebody have to pay you to suck their dick? And you can you can ask 5 questions.
So, I mean, yeah, all of these are kind of negotiable. That's
Yeah,
already
yeah.
not a good start.
Yeah.
Like, it depends who the dude is.
All right. Well, that's why you got 5 questions. You can ask 5 questions and I'll answer them, and then you formulate a price from there.
Like, who's the guy?
is just a random stranger. It wasn't going to be Ryan Reynolds, that's for sure.
I was thinking more Brad Pitt.
All right, so you got 4 questions.
Do I have to finish him?
No, you don't have to.
So well, then how long does it have to be?
How long How long is his dick, or how long does the
session?
Until he finishes.
That's what I just asked.
Oh, like how long is that going to take?
I asked. My first question was, do I have to finish him?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said, do you have to finish them? Like finish the questions. And finish asking the questions. Yes. You got to finish them off.
Damn, that's tough. What would be good? Probably like $1 billion.
$1 billion?
Yeah. Because then I can just like start a whole new life. Not even care.
So a stranger will walk up to you and be like, I need you to, well, not need you. I will pay you $1 billion to suck my dick right here, right now at this KFC drive-thru until I nut, and I will give you $1 billion.
Yeah.
I would have asked a lot more questions.
I mean, if there was some way to verify this.
Yeah, there's no trickery. There's no like I'll PayPal you. It's like a legit like cash or whatever transaction, whatever it is, it's gonna be legit.
Yeah, nobody would ever fucking hear from you again.
I'd be on the podcast the very next week.
just one more outro podcast.
A shit ton of chains, just so that you can be like, "Where'd you get all those chains?" Like, well, do I got a store for you? Do you like KFC? There's this great drive-thru you should hit up.
Maybe you'll get lucky.
All right, let's see. All right, so and you want to do? Right, you go ahead and do your whatever.
We'll do the same thing. What other questions would you ask?
All right, who's the guy? Is it the same thing? So it's a random guy. What's his race?
It matters.
It matters to me.
It's still luck. With the size.
I mean, yeah, but it still kind of matters. What's his race?
He's like white mixed, like the mutt kinds that are like Polish and Italian, but he's like mainly white.
Oh, all right, so that's pretty small.
Those are usually like the rich guys.
Yeah. Do I gotta make him finish?
Yeah.
All right, so that's 3 questions.
Giving the viewers a lot of time to think about you sucking this dick.
If you're listening to it on Spotify, you can't see, or any of the like Apple, whatever, you can't see. I just had to move the microphone away from my mouth. Okay, is he? Like how old is he?
He's like 50.
Oh, brother. Where are we?
I don't know. Fucking KFC drive-thru.
KFC drive-thru? Fuck, man. I'm gonna answer this and I'm gonna explain why. It's I'd say maybe about $500,000. Oh, $500,000. And here's why. And here are the big things that made the price go up. It's the age. That's number 1. The location and the fact that he's got to finish. There's those 3 things that really drove that price up. Price went down a little bit when you said he was like a mutt white guy. I was like, this guy's it's easy.
I was trying to make it realistic.
No, I was just trying to go. I was going for the shock value. If you would have asked me what race this guy was, I would have told you he was darker than Wesley Snipes. All right. Would you rather? Oh man. No, this one might cause a fight in your household. I don't know if I want to do that.
Who's gonna watch it?
Rita.
If she even watches.
All right. Would you rather? All right. So you have Rita's hanging off the edge of a cliff.
Push her off.
And you have her in one, or you're holding her over this cliff to save her. You got Taylor Swift in the other hand.
Oh heck.
Who are you saving?
Like I can only choose
You
one
can only choose one.
somehow.
You cannot lift them both up. You gotta let one go and hope the other.
Taylor Swift. This one's kind of easy because you got to think about what they would do for you in the same scenario.
Mm-hmm.
Like, would they hold you up or would they hold whoever their spouse is?
You talking about Taylor Swift?
Yeah.
She's not married.
Whoever she's
What if you
talking to.
save her? And she's like, well, hey, well, clearly you're recently single. You're a widow now. And I owe you. Let's go get some coffee.
This is tempting, but I don't think it would go that way.
Speaking of Taylor Swift, did you know her and I share the same birthday?
When is it?
December 13th.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. I send her a letter every year. Never gotten one back, but I also share the same birthday as some Ukrainian guy. He's probably dead now,
Yeah.
considering everything that's going on.
R.I.P.
Yeah. Rip. Rest in pieces because he was probably hit by a bomb.
That's pretty cool, actually. But yeah, it would be Rita.
Rita. Okay.
That was pretty easy.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Who are your top 5? And every guy has them. Your top 5 male celebrity crushes.
I don't know if I can go to 5. Like,
Top 3.
I have to, like, I don't know, go through a list or something. Brad Pitt comes up just because I brought him up earlier.
I'd be ashamed if he wasn't in your top 5.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel. So my list is super quick, but it also makes me feel kind of old. So a lot of it's like, and this is in no particular order. George Clooney, Brad Pitt, Ryan Reynolds is on there naturally, of course. Jake Gyllenhaal's on there, and then, shit, I'm spacing on who my 5th one is. Oscar Isaac.
Who's that guy?
Did you watch Triple Frontier? Did you watch Oh, he's Poe from the new Star Wars movies.
Maybe.
Did you watch Ex Machina? Fuck, we really gotta up your movie game. Here. Pull up your phone. Just look up Oscar Isaac.
Hey, he looks good with the beard. He looks like he'd come out in a fucking in those telenovelas. Well, I guess that kind of brings up what's his name?
Pedro Pascal.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's on my list.
it's not even like he's good looking like that, but he's just like.
It's his vibe, man. He's got a solid vibe.
I feel like if I was gay, I would go after him
Yeah.
if I had a chance.
Yeah. I've been on the Pedro Pascal train since before the Pedro Pascal train of today.
I think we talked about it
I feel like we did.
because I mentioned Narcos.
Yeah, we did talk about this. So now we're just super gay on
Oh yeah.
just one episode later.
You know, I do find a lot of older guys good looking. Like if they have like long hair and it's like a lot. There's like a lot of white in there, but they don't look that old.
Yeah.
And they're like well groomed. There's this one dude I see a lot on social media. I just forget what he's fucking called. Got a really nice beard.
Shia LaBeouf.
Shia LaBeouf seems more like I want to have a beer with him kind of guy.
Yeah. What about all right, what about celebrity women?
Oh, that's also tough.
Because I find myself the same way where I'm like, I find older celebrity women more attractive than I do the younger ones. Like, I'm still on the whole Jennifer Aniston, Sandra Bullock,
No, neither of those would be on my list.
Kate Beckinsale.
Which one's that one?
It's from Underworld.
It's cute, but I don't know if it'd be like top 3 worthy.
You know what train I was never on? I was never on the Margot Robbie train, which I might get hate for.
So it's just like excessive because the way I would rate these women is like if I ever had a chance with them, Well, not if I ever had a chance with them. I feel like I would never have a chance with them, and that's why they're never on the list. I try and
Yeah, but it's all hypothetical.
realistic.
Yeah, it's all hypothetical.
Well, then let's talk about who do you think is overrated in terms of like looks and attractiveness that you don't really see. How or why?
Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah, for sure.
I really thought that was going to be a contentious one.
Oh.
But yeah, I never understood the hype. I was like, she looks like a basic white lady to me. And it's nothing against her being white. I'm just saying that's what she looks like. She just looks like a basic white lady to me. Same thing for Margot Robbie.
Yeah.
I didn't get it.
Like, they are good looking.
Yeah, they're attractive, but the massive hype around them, I didn't get.
Yeah.
I wasn't a part of it. Kate Winslet is somebody I always thought was attractive.
God damn it.
Titanic. The chick from Titanic.
Oh, yeah. No, she didn't do it for me.
Yeah. I don't think that she was like a fucking banger. I just think
She would be on your list, though?
no, she wouldn't be. I just think that she's attractive. Like, she falls in the category for me of like the older actresses that I find attractive.
Jennifer Garner.
Yes. 100%. Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Oh, God damn it.
Jesus. Man, we're going to have to...
I like how the first option was Jennifer Love Hewitt today.
Oh, I don't know about today. I don't know what she looks like today.
Nope, not for me.
Damn.
I like
Betty White. Still today. I know. I'm aware.
Jennifer Lawrence.
Oh, God, no.
There's the difference.
Talk about the most basic white chicks. To me, Jennifer Lawrence.
It's just, well, I mean, I don't know her like that. It's just like how little they can try to look good, and to me, they look good.
I just can't. I find her, of all the women I've listed, the least attractive.
What would you rate like Miley Cyrus?
Appearance-wise, I don't find her that attractive.
Which like era of her was most attractive?
I would say this current era. Like, I think once she started entering that kind of, free spirit version of herself, it just got more and more attractive every time. But that's what I find the most attractive about it. It's her vibe, basically.
Yeah, that is what it ends up being. Like what we perceive as their vibe, like what we think it would be like to hang out with them is what makes it attractive.
Yeah.
We're not even going off looks when that was the whole point of it.
Damn, we suck at this. But no, I mean, honestly, I think that's what a lot of, if not the majority of people look for.
Yeah.
Right? Because you always hear those things, right, where you see like a really attractive woman, with like a really unattractive guy, and you're like, he's either got a huge dick or a lot of money, and then he has neither, and it's like, oh, but it's his vibe. Like, he's a cool, chill person, right? And they vibe well together. I don't know, man. It's kind of hard. It's kind of hard for me to like think about that stuff outside of traditional appearance. Because you're absolutely right. It is what you vibe with, and for me, like, I would have to vibe with them the way I vibe with like Polly, right? Who who can fucking clock my jokes as they're coming. Like she'll say something and she'll know, like, oh, you know what? I just set up something for him, and I'll hit the joke and she's already laughing before, right? Where it's just where we can just ping pong like that.
In real life, though, I do make a split second judgment based off their looks.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's like really not fair, especially because I'm not like the most handsome person.
The most handsome person I've ever seen in my life.
So, that's really not fair to them. But
my grandma used to say I was the most handsome boy ever, and I believe her. She's dead now, but I still believe her.
Yeah.
It's not saying it anymore. I can say that because I know nobody in my family but my sister listens to it. Speaking of which, my sister got really upset at I think our second episode. Apparently, it was very triggering.
What part?
I made a joke about how we didn't ever have milk at home. I was like, "Oh yeah, I only ever drank milk at school."
That triggered her?
Yeah, she was like, "That wasn't fucking true. We did have milk at home." And then for me, I was like, "This is just perfect." So I just leaned into it, and I was like, "Yeah, it was an ingredient. We weren't allowed to drink it. It was just used to mix with other shit." And we just kept fucking pushing it. So I hope she listens to this episode.
She's gonna roast you again on the milk.
Yeah. We didn't have milk at home. It was an ingredient.
She's just gonna send you a carton of milk.
Yeah. I have like 4 cartons of milk in my fridge right now. You know why I have so much milk? Because I'm compensating for the fact that I never had milk growing up. That's why. Let's go and take a break, and then we'll come back to it.
And we'll be back after the short break.
What? Thank you. That was a message from our sponsor. It'd be great if we had a sponsor.
Yeah. It'd be great if we had viewers.
It's true.
I got a funny story about comms. We were doing our JRTC rotation in Fort Polk, Louisiana. Mm-hmm. You're just like in the box. It's fucking shit. You're pretending you're deployed, kind of thing. And we got attacked like in the middle of the night. We're a fucking support battalion, so if we get attacked, we're probably fucked already, because they made it through everyone else. Mm-hmm. But for I don't know, the sake of the simulation, they decided to attack us. And obviously they got all the way through because our guard was shit and everybody was probably fucking sleeping. They got all the way through. They killed off like fucking half our whole little base there. And one of the things you're taught is if you're like about to get overrun, you Z out the radios, you zero them out, like whatever frequency was on there gets deleted so that the enemy doesn't get access to it. And I guess somebody didn't do that.
Oh no.
And the fucking cadre around there killed off everybody, and they weren't able to clear out the radio. And the fucking bad guys got in there and they got the radio. I shit you not. It went something like this. I'm filling in some words because I don't know exactly what they said, but it went something like, "Bringing you the hottest hits from 98.1. I'm gonna kill all your fucking guys." And then fucking grenades and shit started going off, and oh my god, dude! Like, that's funny. And this is like the channel where like everybody in the base has access to it, but it's really only for like the big wigs. Yeah. Oh man, somebody got a big ass chewing for that.
That's fucking hilarious. All right, so I wanted to tell you a story after you were telling me yours. So it was just something that reminded me. We were out doing a hike, and it was noise and light discipline hike. So for anyone that doesn't know, that basically just means keep your fucking mouth shut, don't make any fucking noise, there's no fucking light, right? So comms are off. You're just hiking in the pitch fucking dark. And then so we decided we were going to take an ambush formation off the side of this trail. So basically all that means is you basically do just a semicircle, essentially. Everyone drops into prone, and you wait. You wait for your enemy to fucking pass by. It's an ambush. And so we were doing that, and it was like 2 a.m. And so everyone's fucking tired. And so we're laying there, just waiting. Nothing. Nobody's passing. And we're waiting. And then off to the side, I hear... I was like, what the fuck? And I turn over to where I hear the sound, and you can't really see. It's kind of dark, so you can't tell if somebody's just really good at holding their prone position or knock the fuck out. Yeah. And then off to the left, I hear... and I was like, what the fuck? And I'm like, motherfuckers are passed the fuck out right now. I was like, I can't fucking believe... And then I knocked the fuck out. It was one of those, like, when you don't, like, when you're so tired that you don't know you're about to pass out. That it's one of those, like, you're functioning and then you wake up. There was no transition. You didn't have a dream. You didn't get, like, the drowsy, like, you're just like, oh God, I'm alive.
Yeah.
Like one of those. So I wake up and people are gone.
Oh.
Like only the people that fell asleep are still here, scattered. And so I get up and I go and I start kicking fucking rifles. So, and people are just leaned up against the butt of their rifle. And so you kick the rifle and they're like, oh, what the fuck? And like, they fucking left us. They left us. And so now we have to fucking silently jog up to the back of this fucking column formation and pretend like we were just in the back the whole time and we didn't just accidentally get left behind. It was one of those, like, so glad this is just training because we would have been fucking dead.
Yeah.
We would have been so fucking dead.
Do you guys have those like death by PowerPoint briefings in boot camp where you fucking
all the time,
and you got like so little sleep that you just always fell asleep through them, or you always had people falling asleep?
We would sniff or smell. We wouldn't like snort it, but we would smell hand sanitizer. Just keep away.
Yeah, same.
A little gray bottle. Oh God! That's all we were fucking doing. Yeah, or you would fucking put it in your hands and then just.
It's so shitty though, cause like you said, like you don't even realize, like you one moment you're paying attention and then the next you're getting the get up, come over here.
Yeah. Yep. We're gonna go kill you. Let's go. Fuck. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's so shitty. I remember that, and I remember I became Buddhist in boot camp because I heard they got to nap. And it wasn't napping; it was you were meditating. But so many people would just fucking go and then get in their prayer stance. And I didn't snore at the time. I snore now. At least that's what Polly says. But who knows? Fucking, I say she snores. So, and I can say that because I have a platform and she can't rebuttal it in front of anybody. So Polly snores. But yeah, man, I didn't snore, so I didn't get caught. But other kids would get caught, and eventually they're like, "You guys can't take that prayer stance anymore, since you guys are passing out."
Yeah.
And then I was like, "Fuck this! I'm just gonna go to Catholic church now. There's no point coming here." But hey, man, I got super into Buddhism for a while.
We had people that just went for the free coffee and donuts.
What? That's some bullshit. We didn't get any of that. We got free water and fucking ass kickings. And the water wasn't even free. You had to sign a 4-year contract for it. So. Yeah, I remember a lot of those death by PowerPoints and just fucking speeches. Like people would show up and give speeches, and you're just like, because your body is so used to used to running off of no sleep and being able to function as long as you're being active.
Yeah.
But the second you take that pause and you're like, I'm gonna sit here and just listen to what's going on, your body is like, oh, we're relaxing, shut down, and you just fucking wake up, and you're just fucking.
And it's like super warm in there sometimes.
I feel like they do that shit on purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I had junior Marines, I would always tell them, look, I get it, you're tired. You don't have a huge reason to be tired because it's not like we're out doing, crazy shit every day. But if you find yourself falling asleep, if I have to say something, you're in the wrong. But if you just stand up and go stand in the back of the room, I don't care. I'm not going to be mad. I get it. I've been there. You're fucking tired and stayed up all night fucking masturbating and playing video games simultaneously. I get it. It's difficult. I mean, not for me. I'm a pro, but not a gaming. Clearly, with a channel called Bad Gamer, but just stand up and stand in the back. This is one of those things that I don't think we were ever afforded in boot camp. It was like suck it up or die.
Yeah, maybe you could squeeze in like go to the restroom or something.
Yeah. Would you go back, or to like today? Would you do basic training again today, knowing everything that you know?
Yeah, bro, it's so easy.
Yeah, I always say the same thing. I always go, yeah, I would 100% do it. And a lot of other fellow Marines are like, no, that's so fucking stupid. I would never do it again. And their thing is, it's not because it's hard. Because looking back on it, you're like, yeah, it's not that hard. It's not because of that. It's because it's just the fact. It's just like I don't want to have some grown man yell at me now that I've experienced some more. At 17, 18, 19 years old, some fucking grown man, and they're not even that grown. They're all in their fucking 20s, maybe one or two in their 30s.
Yeah, it's like we know people who have been drill sergeants, drill instructors, and you're like, it's just a fucking normal ass dude. He's just putting on a front for this cycle.
Doing his fucking frog voice.
Yeah.
Did y'all's drill sergeants do frog voices?
What is that?
I don't mean like Kermit the Frog.
Yeah.
They weren't like, Kermit the Frog or whatever. They weren't doing that. They're like the raspy, like, all right, everybody go out, get up, everybody stand up, get on your feet, or like shit like that. Like they would change the pitch of their voice.
Not really. They kind of just yelled.
Okay, yeah. So ours would do the frog voice, and it's stupid, but yeah, it's the same thing where it was like, I have friends that went to the drill field and I'd see videos or whatever. I'm like, that's not you.
Yeah, like going through it now, like, there's no way I could get through it without laughing or making them laugh.
I would love to do it just to get in shape. Like that's my big. I'm just like, that's my big thing. Where I'm like, I would love, because God, man, I was in great shape. That's the only reason I would do it.
I'd probably be a piece of shit through all of it.
I would take it. I would take it serious just because of that, because I would want to get in shape. But I feel like me taking it seriously would fuck me into where they wouldn't fuck with me as much. Yeah. So
I just fucking nap every chance I could, and then
you know the secrets. You know which parachuter they're not gonna check. Yeah.
I guess fire guard would be pretty shitty.
Yeah, that would suck.
Every time
it took me a second to realize what you were talking about. I was like, fire guard. I was like, oh, that's fire watch for us. It's the same shit.
Every time I joked about this, like, not too long ago, but like if you're napping or you're just laying down in your bed getting ready for sleep or something, and it's dark and somebody comes up to you and they tap your mattress 3 times and they go, it just like takes me back to fire guard and basic training.
They told our families when we graduated, hey, their first night back, and they didn't tell us that they told our families this. Hey, their first night back, go into their room, like bust open their room, turn on the lights, like start flickering them, and yell lights, because that was our wake up call every morning, right? I don't know what they did with you guys, but for us it was that they would come in, lights, and you had to fucking jump out of your bed, fucking make your bed, and stand on line and get ready to be inspected or whatever. And so my parents did that, and completely backfired. I didn't wake up. I was already off of the program of like, because our last week there, they didn't do it anymore because we were Marines at that point. So they didn't do it. But when I reached out to a couple of people, they're like, yeah, man, my fucking family, they got me. They fucking did that. I jumped out of bed in my fucking underwear and like stood in front of the bed.
Fucking boot.
Yeah. And I was like, you let them fucking punk you like that, man? Yeah. I'm just lucky that I feel like a day earlier, maybe they would have got me. I don't know if maybe I was just tired from the flight because we flew from California to Austin. So maybe I was just too tired.
It also like had a lot to do with the fact that you weren't like dreaming about it. Because if you were dreaming about any of your experiences,
you would have been transported right back.
Yeah.
Do you ever have any like dreams or memories or sit and think about that? Like your time I do.
I hardly even dream.
Yeah, I do. I dream a lot. Big dreamer. Big dreams.
Dream during the day.
That's called daydreaming.
Yeah, while I'm driving. Hopefully I don't kill myself.
Or anyone else. Yeah, I've done that where I just go into autopilot while I'm driving. And then I'm like, fucking exit am I at? How the fuck did I not kill you?
Was that light red?
Yeah, I've done that. I do that so many times. I'm like, did I just run a red light?
That's got to be the biggest one because you're just following the cars in front of you.
Yeah. just on straight up fucking autopilot. Anytime I drive to Laredo, I'm on autopilot.
But it's got like we got to be pretty good at doing or driving, somewhat unconsciously because I've never been pulled over by that.
I've never been pulled over while just zoned out.
Yeah.
I have been pulled over.
I gotta assume that I'm pretty good at staying in the lines and like my mind would tell me if the light turned red.
I'm afraid to fucking. That's one of the reasons why I'm afraid to ever get like a Tesla, the ones that have like the autopilot. So I'm like, I feel like I would just
never drive.
I'd zone the fuck out so hard all the fucking time, and just car crashes and I'll be like, I sue Tesla. This was on you guys.
Just watch a movie every time you're in the car.
Yeah. Have you seen that Cybertruck? The Tesla Cybertruck?
Yeah.
I want it so bad.
It looks so ugly.
I want it so bad.
Why is it a triangle?
I don't even care. I want it so bad. Has the full autopilot. Fucking. I want it so bad because of how bad it looks. I'm like, I have to have this. And I convinced Polly for a while to let me get it, and then they prolonged their production, and I just never got it. But yeah, now I'm just gonna I'm still debating because I would like a Tacoma. And Polly keeps mentioning Tundras and Rangers, so who knows?
Tacoma just seems really overpriced now. For what it is.
They're like really under. I feel like they're really reasonably priced.
How much are they?
I mean, I don't know off the top of my head, but whenever I compare it, because you know how you can do like compare prices or whatever, like it'll show you the side by side with features.
I guess there's more trucks that size in general.
Yeah.
Like they were never meant to be big trucks.
Mm-mm. That's fine with me. I'm not a big fan of big trucks.
Yeah, but I want small truck price.
Get a small truck.
Like, yeah, well, they don't sell them. They don't make them anymore.
Yeah. Bastards.
That is the small truck.
Yeah. Well, it's like 30-some thousand. It's about the same as.
Yeah, I guess my mind's just in the old market.
Mm. Yeah, because they're like 32,000.
My first truck was a 1994 Chevy S10.
I've never had a truck.
I mean, I would hardly consider that a truck.
I've driven trucks. I've just never had one.
I was taller than the truck. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just small.
Yeah. Yeah. I've my first car was a RAV4. Yeah. It's a soccer mom car.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a red, like a red fucking RAV4. And through some life decisions and events, I ended up not making payments on that thing once I was already living in California. And I had to surrender it. But when I surrendered it, it was missing a back bumper. And my old Mass Art Harold, who I'm friends with, he would give me shit about it every day. Every fucking day. He's like, Mario still don't have a fucking bumper? No, Mass Art, get that shit fucking fixed. He would bring me like, this is the name of a fucking place that can fix it. Here's a fucking salvage yard. Go find a fucking bumper.
What happened to the bumper?
So I was on the freeway. I was on the freeway in California, and some asshole pit maneuvered me on the freeway. Yeah, some dude in a small truck, actually, a very small truck. Fucking, I was merging onto. So I was on the on ramp, and I was coming onto the freeway, or driving onto it. I wasn't coming on it, but I was driving onto the freeway on this on ramp, and then he was in that far right lane. And so I was ahead of him, and then he sped up to pass me before I, got onto the highway. And then I sped up because I know the rules of taking the on-ramp. It's you speed the fuck up. Unless it makes more sense for you to slow down. The person on the far right lane should not alter their speed. They need to stay at whatever speed they're at so that you can make your changes. But he sped up, and then I sped up. And somehow, I don't know what happened. We both ended up riding the exact same lane. And then he just fucking jerked his wheel to the right and hit me. And my car fishtailed on the freeway. And then I just started swerving. And I had my buddy was in the car with me. His name was Reed, or is Reed. It's not like he changed it. My buddy Reed was in the car, and he was just like, "What the fuck is?" And mind you, he knew that I had very little driving experience because I had told him, I was like, "Yeah, man, I've only been driving for like 2 months because I would always avoid driving."
And the bumper just.
It was just hanging off of the car. So, and I kept going. And he's like, "Dude, we need to pull over." And I was like, "I don't know where to pull over. I actually don't know the law as to, do I pull over here where the accident happened? Do I get off of the freeway? Do I go into a like, I don't know." So I drove off of the freeway and pulled into a street, and the guy pulled up behind, and he had a fucking pit bull in his passenger seat, and he was fucking putting me on blast. And I was just like, I took a picture of like his insurance and driver's license, and then my insurance found me responsible for the accident, and they told him that. And
didn't you like merge into his lane?
Well, I mean, technically, yeah.
So you kind of like pit maneuvered yourself onto him.
No. So I was still ahead. So when I was going onto the on ramp, I was ahead of him. So he wasn't visible to me when I got on the on ramp. Well, he wasn't visible to me until the on ramp was almost done. Like the merging lane was almost done. That's when he started to speed up. So I sped up, which means he sped up even more to try to overtake me before the lane merged. So no, he pitted me.
Yeah.
It wasn't like I slowed down and wanted to get hit or anything, because he hit me right behind the rear door. So
yeah, well, I can see how they would say it's your fault. It's just a really hard one to prove.
They said it was my fault because, according to his story, and this is what the insurance agent told me, was, according to his story, is he went to a gas station after we exchanged information. He went to a gas station, and there just so happened to be somebody at this gas station pumping gas that witnessed this whole thing, that just coincidentally happened to run into a guy that was also in this accident 2 blocks away from where we stopped at this gas station, and was like, "Hey, I saw the accident you were in. I can be a witness." And then that person was like, "Oh, I don't remember what the insurance agent told me that they said happened, but I just remember getting really pissed off and being like, you're my insurance agent."
Yeah.
Right? Like, you're not his insurance agent. And also, does it not strike you as a little fishy that he found a witness from a freeway accident, from where this accident happened to where this alleged fucking gas station is? It's like a mile away. You're telling me that it just coincidentally, after we waited like an hour for the cops to show up to give us the fucking incident thing, that he just so happened to, a mile away, stop at a gas station an hour after the fact, there was somebody there that witnessed it. It's not fishy at all.
Just worst case scenario for you.
Yeah, and so, but yeah, after that, I had USAA for that. After that, I was like, all right, well, let's get this fucking taken care of. I'm canceling my insurance with you guys. You guys are fucking terrible. If you have no common sense in your fucking body, I'm just done with you guys. And I've never gone back to USAA ever since.
That's how I was with Progressive. Like, it partly wasn't their fault, but I just expected more from them.
Yeah.
Because we were financing a Jeep Patriot, and we got in an accident, and the insurance didn't cover us because we didn't have full coverage on it. And like by law, you're supposed to have full coverage on a car you're financing because it's not yours.
Yeah.
And they, like, when we set up the insurance, they just didn't say anything. Like, like, how is there nobody checking that, like, you don't have the correct coverage on a certain vehicle?
It's just people that don't give a fuck, or are at the end of their shift and you happen to call.
And then when we called them to tell them about it, they were just like, "Yeah, you're fucked. All right, I gotta get another call," kind of thing.
I whenever I call any type of customer service now, because I've worked customer service, like, on the phone, one of my first questions is always, "What time does your shift end?" Or how much longer till your shift ends. If they say anywhere less than an hour, I'm like, "Can you transfer me to somebody else?" Because I know that, like, that last hour, you're checked the fuck out. You want as few calls as possible with as little fucking stress as possible. And so you're not going to give a fuck. And if they're like, oh, well, my shift technically ends in 10 minutes. Transfer me to someone else.
Yeah.
I try to call on like the hours. So it'll be like, I don't like to call at 3:30. I'd rather call at 3 or 4. Or I'll call it 2 or 3. Like, I don't like in between because I know there's those shift changes.
Yeah.
And somebody's just going to drop the fucking ball on me.
It's 3 o'clock somewhere.
It's 3 o'clock. Which, by the way, that's the second time we say that on this podcast, on this episode. That is a canonical callback. So if you're not watching every episode,
Yeah, what the
you
heck?
don't get the fucking joke.
You should be laughing right now.
Fucking dick faces. Dude, we're so aggressive to
To our one
to our
viewer.
one viewer in this episode. Yeah. All right. Let's wrap it up. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, it's like 3 a.m. again.
Yeah. When we said it was 3 o'clock somewhere, we meant it was 3 o'clock here. Right. Yeah. Let's get the fuck out of here. This is another good episode. See you next week. And
See you next week.
yeah, peace.